This is vlog 8. Welcome.
I've noticed it more and more recently, people running out in pairs, they're both wearing headphones. It just seems insane.
As per usual, let's begin with this week's Rocky montage. If everything went to plan and we did what we wanted to do and everything went perfectly, life would pretty much feel like this.
It works! It works! I finally invented something that works!
But in actual fact, this week has been a bit more like this for me.
Yes, hurts. Wow.
Well, God damn it, anywhere doesn't it hurt?
I've had an ear infection which has affected my jaw, which may have happened at a race or may have happened elsewhere. I've hurt my elbow, fitting a mate's camper van out with a bed, and my knee still isn't fixed. But that's not really an excuse, it's just things that happen along the way. It happens to everybody, it happens all the time. And it's all about how you deal with those things, isn't it? So what's gone on this week? Well, I've done my 5 swims, really enjoyed doing those. I'm going to carry those on next week. I've been out on the bike twice. Once was just a poodle on the TT bike just to enjoy, which was good fun, and the other one was just trying a few different helmets out, a few different positions out, and just seeing what they look like, so nothing too strenuous. I still haven't run. My knee isn't 100% fixed, so because it isn't fixed, I can't run. That has repercussions on the way I approach how I eat. I've come to that conclusion. We'll talk a bit more about that in a bit. So this week I raced at Upton, Upton upon 7 Triathlon, which was a good club race, really good fun. Everyone raced really well, some age group wins for my club. I did the swim and the run of the swim and the bike of the Olympic distance race. But I stopped before I did the run. I'm pretty proud of myself. I actually felt okay. My knee felt okay and the weather was perfect for me. I raced pretty well in hot conditions. But I did climb off the bike and sat the run out. That was good fun. Would thoroughly recommend that race to anybody. In terms of training, like I said, I've done the swims, I've done a couple of bikes, but no running at all this week. So the eating thing, not quite so good. The whole of this month's been pretty ropey really, and it is linked with the training. I definitely link training with eating, and I eat better when I'm training hard. Running obviously takes the most out of most of us. So when I'm not running, I'm not able to run. It definitely has an impact on how much I feel like I'm training, how much effort I feel like I'm putting into things. And it just doesn't feel like I'm doing any training. I've swum 10 kilometres this week, and I've ridden a bit, but my legs and my body don't feel like they've done any hard effort. So it's very easy to slip into eating and just eating rubbish really, because I don't feel that incentive's there. So that's something I need to have a think about, is why that happens and what I can do about that really. The eating hasn't been great. I've definitely put on some kilos. I haven't even bothered going anywhere near the scales. I think what I need to do is get back on those blood tests just to shock myself back into remembering why I'm doing these things, because that definitely harrowed me when I was doing those before. Routine is definitely going to help here. The routine that I'm in at the moment, well, there isn't one. There's no routine. I don't know what I'm doing from one minute to the next, really, to be honest with you. Summer's always a bit of a nightmare for me. Next week I should be back into a bit of a routine. I'm back at the university doing a summer school every day, so the plan is to ride in, and I should be a bit more kind of focused on what I'm able to do day to day in terms of taking food in with me and stuff like that. So hopefully this very last week of the month will feel a little bit more positive. That's the plan anyway, to try and get back on track with the food. The swimming, I'm going to keep that up 5 times a week. The bike stuff, that should be easy to do. I'm going to get back into the time trial, which I missed out on this week, and do some more turbo sessions, or ride into Bristol each day. And the running, my knee feels all right. I'm going to give it a few more days though. I'm going to wait until I'm absolutely 100% certain. I still think I can do these 4x1k efforts on the right time. I'm convinced of it. I know I can do it because I've done it before. So I think that'll be the run that I do this next week, will be those 4x1ks. So we'll just have to see how they pan out. And it's the entering into the last half of the Tour de France as well, so I'll be glued to the box, hopefully without a bag of crisps or any chocolate. So yeah, that pretty much concludes this week. So yeah, thanks for watching as per usual. I hope it's of some use to some of you. Some of you, it's weird, it doesn't generate comments or likes or anything like that, but people seem to be coming up to me and saying that they're enjoying the vlogs, which is really cool. I really like that. I'd appreciate any shares, likes, subscriptions, anything like that, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, any of those things, just to get the word out there a bit more. It is good when I get that feedback from people. It does tend to make me, I wouldn't have carried on with these eight weeks if people hadn't said that they had been watching them. It's only a few people and that doesn't matter. It's about just that accountability, that some people are kind of still picking me up on some of the things that I'm doing and having comments made to me, which is great. That's what it's all about. So I've enjoyed making the videos as well. I've got back into some of my video making skills that I used years ago when I was making the drum vids. So that's good fun too, and hopefully over this next week I'll be able to get back into a bit more of the kind of video production stuff that I enjoy doing so much.